ओम अग्नेनयास्पता राहे अस्मान् विश्वानि देवा वयुनानि विद्वान् योऽध्यस्मा जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्तेन मुक्तिं विधेम। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम ब्रह्मन् ब्राह्मणो ब्रह्मवर्चसे जायताम् आराष्ट्रे राजन्यः शूरैषव्योऽतिव्याधि महारथो जायताम् दोग्ध्रीधेनुः ओढानद्वान् आशुः सप्तिः पुरन्धिर्योषः जिष्णोरतेष्ठः सवेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेन पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम्। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। ओम आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मामा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु। ओम शांति शांति शांतिः। हरिः ओम।
Very good. Veda Ashirvadaha Asmasu Astu. See, we have been going with the Saraswati Sooktam, and we try to review what has been described in the Saraswati Sooktam. And actually in Veda, Saraswati is a very big goddess. Vagdevi, Vani, and Girvani, Gir Devi, etc. So many names are there for her, so much of mythology, function and all that. But anyway, she is one who has specified, rather specialized for speech, mind, and intelligence, and wisdom, and correct, rightful behavior, and infusing us into the line of spirituality. And apart from that, she will encourage performance of sacrifices, and she will be there to provide all that is needed in a sacrifice. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ಲೋ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥವಾಯಿತು. Moreover, in the 15th sloka, mantra, we have noted that she is a river. Anya sindhu mahina vishwa apo apayati. So everywhere the water, all water is Saraswati, and so she is having a lot of power, and therefore Ekachi. We have noted that Saraswati is Ekachi, worshipped, unique, and so water in general is that Saraswati river. And not only that, Giribhyaha asamudrat suchiryati nadinam. And we have noted her that right beginning from the mountains, we believe that the rivers have taken their origin from the feet of Vishnu. Vishnu Padodbhavam Gangam. Vishnu Padodbhavam. All nadis have come up from the feet of Narayana, as we see. Padosya Vishwa Bhutani. Like that in Purushottam and elsewhere, we noted that the importance. Even in Mahanyasam Naveneltre Padayoho Vishnus Tishtatu, and then Lalate Rudras Tishtantu. Nodra Sivanige, Sivana Parivarake, we have assigned our forehead or Phalabhaga, because that is only white paper available for Brahmadeva or anybody. ನಮ್ಮ ಬಾಡಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ವೈಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಲಾಟ ಭಾಗ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ astrologers and palmists say that if your forehead is wider, broad, etc., looking at the shape, size, and width of our Palabhaga, the intelligence is being gauged. So Vishala Palabhaga. So if it is Vishalam, then it is. So that is the place where Rudra, again Surya Bhagavan, again the Surya Shakti, everything is stationed in the head. Therefore, and the rivers that have come out from the Vishnu Pada, and therefore we are, after our departure from the body, the life that is stationed into the stone will be merged into the water, that will go back to Vaikuntha and Vishnu Pada. Vishnu Pada, so Padarpanamastu. And likewise, so water is Parameswari, Mahadevi, Saraswati, and also she is able to, wherever she flows, there are complete agricultural operations, irrigational facilities, so that people are getting plenitude of food. Bhuvanasya Rayaha Chetanti. In the 19th, in the 17th, 16th sloka, Saraswati, we have noted that she is giving rise for irrigational operations to get more and more food for the people. And again, she is also among the Devis. Saraswati is best. Saraswati is all in all. That's why in Durga Saptasati, you observe in the last portion, Tritiya Charitam, Mahadevi, she becomes a Saraswati. First is Mahakali, second is the Mahalakshmi Swarupam, then she is the Maha Saraswati. In other words, the three Charitams of Durga Saptasati, as you see, is identified with Rigvedam, Samavedam, and Yajurveda. So Maha Saraswati is Yajurveda Swarupi. That's why in the mantra that we have seen that she will be prominently present in all sacrifices. She will be urging that the Yajamana will be able to get more and more Samidhas and Yajna Dravyas and also Sambharas and also all that. So that's why she is also connected to Yajna. So that you see that in the mantra 18, we have noted that Saraswati Subhaga, who is a Saraswati, apart from her being a river, she is also a beautiful person. And she is a female goddess. And she is the unique person to be worshipped by all people times, any number of times per day. She is also taken to be Yajnayasu Vrishabha, and among all goddesses and gods, respected Saraswati is respected very much. And again, see, Asmin Yagne Subhaga Upasravatu Saraswati Naha. This is exactly what happened. You know, we have been spending many Wednesdays or many sessions trying to understand the personality of Saraswati, and it is our Anugraha playing upon us, the grace remaining upon us, that without any break, we have been able to go through knowledge, Mahima, and personality traits of Devi. And therefore, you see, and moreover, she has the nature like Ganapati, coming into all sacrifices, stay there long, and keep on listening to all mantras and all procedure. That's why she is called Upasravatu. Upasravana is to sit near and keep on listening. ನಾನು ಹತ್ರ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೇಳಿ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ವಾ, ಹತ್ರ ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಮಾತಾಡು. ಎಲ್ಲೋ ದೂರದಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಐ ಮೇ ನಾಟ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ టు క్యాచ్. సో దూరం నుంచి మాట్లాడితే ఉపయోగం లేదు. దగ్గర వచ్చి కూర్చుంటే there is a lot of sense of affection and concern over what is going on. That's why when the moment you visit somebody, they say, ask, sit down, please. Supposing you are standing and talking, no, please make a sitting and then go. So that sitting or staying a while is a most important blessing. Therefore, you ask her in the sloka number, in the mantra number 18, that Asmin Yagne Subhaga Devi Saraswati Asravatu. And again, what is that? She is being Namaskara. All people are doing the namaskara to Devi. That is bowing down the head. To bow down the head is a matter where absolute surrender and our ego is just down. You know that even Maharajas have got to bend their head before a barber. See, barber is a very important person. He cannot be a Maharaja like that. He will have injuries. Therefore, barber also bends his head before the barber. That means emperor. So emperor bends his head, which means that that's why in Sanskrit we have got a barber as Napita. That is almost like father. Like father and on father. So this namaskara is most important that we are seeing here very much. Then Ima Juhvana in 19th sloka, you have seen Namobhihi Jushasva Stomam Saraswati. Every now and then you observe in every mantra calling her so affectionately with all bhakti. When you call people by name, it has a lot of proximity, it has a lot of affection and familiarity. See, unless you are familiar with your people, you don't call them by name. Otherwise, re will be talking. No re and no yem and di. But when you are friends, you call them singular word. Like that, you observe Saraswati is our friend. Because we have already learned Devanam Sakyamiyushe. What is the object of our attention towards the Vedic learning or uttering the mantras? To become friends with the God. So a friend will love the other friend. A friend will stay more time with other friend. Like that, Saraswati Jushasva. And Tava Sharman Priyatame Dadhana Upastheyama. Amma Saraswati, let us continue our journey of life. Upastheyama means without having any kind of a deviation of thought, depression of thinking, etc., etc. We have to keep up our spirits normal and feel happy always. And that's exactly what is called Sharman. And also it is indicated as Priyatame Dadhana. So Devaru nodidre namge trupti santosha barabeku. ಅವ್ರು ಕಾಣದೇ ಇದ್ರು ಅವ್ರ ವಿಗ್ರಹ ಫೋಟೋ ಅವರ ಭಾವನೆ ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ we have to be alert. Something like whenever we say Jana Gana Mana, we are all supposed to stand erect and respect Bharat Mata. Similarly, we have just every day we are making a prayer. Brahman Brahmano Brahmavachasi. This is the Rashtra Gita, Vedic Rashtra Gita. And this is the objective of the Ashwamedha Yaga. 23rd chapter or so it comes up in Ashwamedha Yaga, where the purpose of performing the royal consecration or royal sacrifice or horse sacrifice, because horse sacrifice is supposed to be the one best sacrifice, very difficult, because only Maharajas and Chakravartis can perform, because it involves lot of money power, man power, and divine power, and many more powers have got to be expended. But whichever power we are invoking, making that cooperate with our enterprise or yajna, they should always be supported. So beginning from Brahmana, they go to cover to all the community people or varnas, and again women, again the cattle, again the agricultural activities, again the rain cosmos benefit for us, and ultimately during our lifetime we should be always blessed with yoga and kshema. Whatever yoga means, you have to be incoming, that input, and kshema, whatever is incoming to you, that should not evaporate or vaporize. It should be there. Therefore, kshema, what you have, yoga, what you want to add. So addition and protection or safety, both are there. That is exactly what our goddess Saraswati also comes. See, whatever you read, whatever you store in memory, that retention power is Parameswari. Ammavaru ఒప్పుకుంటే ఆ రిటెన్షన్ పవర్ మన మెమరీలో ఉందంటే we are able to be a victor or successful and happy anywhere. Because that's why I said Pustakasta Vidya, Mastakasta Vidya is distinguished. Ya Vidya Pustakasta Nasa Vidya, Ya Vidya Mastakasta Sa Vidya ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಮಸ್ತಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ we cannot walk always with innumerable books. No doctor can walk always with materia medica or some such medical books or anatomy books. He has to have everything in his head, then only he will be doing good for the patients that he comes across. That's why Saraswati Tayi ಏನಾಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಉಪಸ್ಥೇಯಾಮ ಶರ್ಮನ್ ಪ್ರಿಯತಮೇ. Amma, we are all like that, we should be there. And again, how like? So everybody has to depend upon the trees. Trees, tree leaves, tree fruits, and tree shade. And trees, they attract the clouds and make you water also rain. And if you want water, trees attract the clouds and put you water into water comfort. And if you are very much tormented by the heat of the sun, they take this heat, give you cool breeze and coolness. So the trees are, say, taken to be the grand example for Prabhakargaru. Vrukshan bhavanti vrukshaha namraha phaladaha. Kalidasa says in Abhijnana Sakuntalam that the trees become low in height when they are laden with the large number of fruits. For example, a mango tree, you observe, you can catch the mango, extension strip also is there for a mango. That is the grace of that. If it is just sticking to the branch of the tree, it's hard to pluck for us. But there is always hanging. The mangoes are hanging. Like that, here also Saraswati Pratichushasva, she has to be giving us all that comfort so that Sharanam Upastheyama, so that we will be protected by you. And in 19th sloka, we have noted that Amma is also being respected by so many Maharshis. How do we get the knowledge about the gods? It's a good question. And Rishis are our great mentors and they are our guides. They are very much important for us. That's why our culture is a Rishi culture and our country is a Rishi Peetham. And hundreds and thousands of Rishis have spent their time and tapas and got hold of the knowledge about so many gods and goddesses and cosmic things which we are not able to visualize easily. So all ordinary people have been given instruction or given scope that they have to believe. That's why every religion is founded on faith and belief. So long you entertain and stabilize your faith and belief, you cannot progress at all. Religion is a practice, philosophy is the wisdom. So religion and philosophy, so knowing about Saraswati and also the benefits from Saraswati and wisdom behind her existence, all these things are very much important for us. And this has been blessed to us by the great Rishis. In that we have got the Vasishtha Maharshi. So Saraswati, in the 20th stanza, we have noted Vasishto Dwara Vrutasya Subhage Vyavaha. See, you must understand the word Vyavaha. That is V plus Avaha becomes Vyavaha. That is, she has to extend extra protection to us. It's something like emergency care or life-saving drugs given to the ultimate patients and all that. So not simply an ordinary protection by Devi Saraswati keeps going. But we want her extra protection and guidance and support and inspiration and enthusiasm just at the time of examinations. When there is interview, when there is examination, when there are tests, when ultimately afterwards we are being determined regarding our future. Therefore, we say Vyavaha. So you understand, powerful verb ಕ್ರಿಯಾಪದ ಉಪಯೋಗ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋದು ಪರಮಾತ್ಮ ಋಷಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಗೊತ್ತು. And again, not by in order that she has to extend large protection, how should she be? You should also look after the welfare of the gods. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಮ್ಮ ಗೋಳು ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಡೋದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ ದೇವರಿಗೆ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಕೇಳ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅಮ್ಮ ನೀ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಾ, ನೀವು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು, ಇದು ಬರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಟೇಕ್ ದ ಡಿವೈನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಬಾದರ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್, ಬಟ್ ಡಿವೈನ್ ಹೆಲ್ತ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇಸ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, which has been marked in the mantras by the rishis, and from that we should learn. So for example here, Subhre Vardha Stuvate Rasi Vajan. Amma, see such a pure, no asuya in gods. Ee asuya, kama, krodha, lobha, moha, ivella kuda only upon the human beings. If they are able to control and manage and see that they are not giving room for them, they are called Uttama Manavas. Among Manavas, Uttama, Madhyama and Adhama are there, but Adhama Manavas are plenty we see in life. But Uttama Manavas are very rare we come across. That is, they have their these emotions, rather the Kama, Krodhas, etc., under control and aware, and they are separate compartments in their person. For example, Rama is called as Manavottama. Why do you call Manavendrudaina Ramachandru? Chayaraja says Manavendrudaina Ramachandru. That is, Rama is a Manavendra, and and other people, other poet will say Manavottamaha, and like that, Maryada Ramaha. Even all these things tells that because Rama is such a character who has meaning to all the content of his personality. That's why, for example, he says, Valmiki Maharshi says, Kopam Avishya Ramaha, Kopam Pravishya Ramaha, Kopam Jagama Ramaha, etc. Ee Kopam Jagama, Avishya, Pravishya, ee maatugalalla ಏನು ಅರ್ಥ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕೋಪ is a separate compartment. And moreover, Satya Kopaha, if you become angry, it should have real meaning. Many people would have meaningless anger and spoil others and themselves. No, ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ತಾಯಿ ಎಂಥವಳು ಅಂದ್ರೆ Subhra, that is absurd. That's why Subhra, Sukla, all these things tell that Saraswati is speckless goddess. Lakshmiಗೆ Lakshma ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, and Parvatiಗೆ Parvatatva, Parvata stubbornness could be there because she's the daughter of a mountain, very hard. So mountain hardness is there, mountain weight is there in Parvati, for example, and Saraswati is very smooth and soft. Therefore, she is very much mrudu, so she is Subhre. And if you are to just make a prayer, Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini, then she is such a great convenient goddess that Rasi Vajan, nodidra, Vajagalu andre food, ahara. Not only ahara to our stomach or our body, also ahara to the eyes, ahara to the ears, ahara to all the parts of our body. Whereby there is a harmonious happiness in the entire personality and mind of the persons. Therefore, Rasi Vajan. So 20 slokas in our previous session we have covered. But another thing is that these mantras look so new every time. Abba, ಈ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತು ಅಂತ ನಾವು ತೃಪ್ತಿ ಪಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಮಂಜು ಅವರೇ ಅರ್ಥವಾಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ. ಓ, ಈ ಮಂತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇನ್ನೇ ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಅಂತ. ಆಗೋಯ್ತು ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅರ್ಥ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮಾತ್ರ ಗೊತ್ತಿರತ್ತೆ. ಓ, ಈ ತರಹ ಅರ್ಥ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರಾ, ಆಮೇಲೆ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅರ್ಥ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. I think you are seeing something new now, because what meaning I gave, it's all Devi Katacham, and that is the grace of the Vedas. There are so many commentators for our Veda mantras right from times immemorial. Brahmanas in the hage, even today there are people who are trying to give meaning for the Vedas. Science alli, astrology alli, astronomy alli. Nade nodi 29th you are going to listen to a beautiful talk from Brahmanas of Vedas, Yajurveda, referring to Vastu Shastra. So Vastu Bagge references to knowledge. So she wants to indicate to us that the Brahmanas of Yajurveda also could be textbook for Vastu. Andre Vastu andre mane. Vastu andre all knowledge connected to our living, connected to our house, connected to the house lords, connected to our garden, connected to anything that you are possessing. The entire housing system means making yourself comfortable. Therefore, Rasi Vajan and Yam Pata Swasti Bihi Sadana. Swasti means Arogya. See, Arogya illade Estu Bhagya idru hopeless. See, outside jalebi is a problem to you if you have got jalebi sweet inside your body. Valagade sakre idre, horagade indre sakre bada. Valagade uppu idre, horagade indre bada. So, ನೀವು ಜಿಲೇಬಿ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಗೆ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಏನೋ ಚಾಪಲ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತಿಂದ್ರೆ ಆಗ್ಲೇ ಮೀಟರ್ ತೋರಿಸುತ್ತೆ. 20 ಇರೋದು 50 ಆಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಮಾತ್ರ ನುಂಗೋದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಈಗ ಡಯಾಬಿಟಿಕ್ ಪೇಷಂಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಬಿ. ಸೊ ಅದರಿಂದ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು ದೇವರು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ದೇರ್ಫೋರ್ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಬಿಹಿ, ಆ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿ ಬಿಹಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ಲೂರಲ್ ಅದು. ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವಿಧವಾದ ಸ್ವಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು, ಆರೋಗ್ಯವನ್ನು, ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕೋ ಅದು ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಲೆಟ್ ಅಸ್ ಗೋ ಟು ದಿ 21st ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾನ್ಸಾ. ಮಂಜು ಅವರೇ ಓದಿ. ಬೃಹದುಗಾಯಿಷೇ ಓಂ
ಬೃಹದುಗಾಯಿಷೇ ವಚೋ ಸೂರ್ಯ ನದೀನಾಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮಿನ್ಮಹಯ ಸುವೃಕ್ತಭಿಸ್ತೋಮೈರ್ವಸಿಷ್ಠರೋದಸಿ.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಹೋಳಿ ರಿಪೀಟ್ ಅಗೇನ್. ತಪ್ಪು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ರೆಷನ್.
ಬೃಹದುಗಾಯಿಷೇ ವಚೋ ಸೂರ್ಯ.
Look, it is a varcho. Varcho surya.
It is vacho only printed here.
ಹೌದಾ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವರ್ಚೋ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು.
Okay.
ವರ್ಚೋ ಅಸೂರ್ಯ ನದೀನಾ.
ಬೃಹದುಗಾಯಿಷೇ ವರ್ಚೋ ಅಸೂರ್ಯ ನದೀನಾಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಮಿನ್ಮಹಯ ಸುವೃಕ್ತಿಭಿಸ್ತೋಮೈರ್ವಸಿಷ್ಠರೋದಸಿ.
ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳಿ.
ಉಭೇಯತ್ತೆ ಮಹಿನಾ ಶುಭ್ರೇ
ಅಂಧಸಿ.
ಅಂಧಸಿ ಅಂಧಸಿ
ಅಧಿಕ್ಷ್ಯಂತಿ ಪೂರವಃ.
ಅಧಿಕ್ಷ್ಯಂತಿ ಪೂರವಃ. ಅಧಿಕ್ಷ್ಯಂತಿ ಪೂರವಃ.
ಸಾನೋ ಬೋಧ್ಯ ವಿತ್ರೀ.
ಸಾನೋ ಬೋಧ್ಯ ವಿತ್ರೀ. ಸಾನೋ ಬೋಧ್ಯ ವಿತ್ರೀ.
ಮರುತ್ಸಖಾ ಚೋದರಾಧೋ.
ಮರುತ್ಸಖಾ ಚೋದರಾಧೋ. ಮರುತ್ಸಖಾ ಚೋದರಾಧೋ.
ಮಘೋನಾಂ.
ಮಘೋನಾಂ. ಮಘೋನಾಂ.
ಭದ್ರಮಿದ್ ಭದ್ರಾ.
ಭದ್ರಮಿದ್ ಭದ್ರಾ. ಭದ್ರಮಿದ್ ಭದ್ರಾ.
ಕೃಣವತ್ ಸರಸ್ವತ್ಯೇ ಸರಸ್ವತ್ಯಕವಾರಿ.
ಕೃಣವತ್ಸರಸ್ಯತ್ಯಕವಾರಿ. ಕೃಣವತ್ಸರಸ್ವತ್ಯಕವಾರಿ.
ಚೇತತಿ ವಾಜಿನೀವತಿ.
ಚೇತತೆ ವಾಜಿನೇವತಿ. ಚೇತತೆ ವಾಜಿನೇವತಿ.
ಗೃಣಾನಾಜಮದಗ್ನಿವಸ್ತುವಾನಾಚ ವಸಿಷ್ಠವತು.
ಗೃಣಾನಾಜಮದಗ್ನಿವಸ್ತುವಾನಾಚ ವಸಿಷ್ಠವತ್. ಗೃಣಾನಾಜಮದಗ್ನಿವಸ್ತುವಾನಾಚ ವಸಿಷ್ಠವತ್.
So in these three mantras, though I explained, but still I just revise for you that Nadinam Varchaha Asuhu Ya Bruhadu Gayishe. So Nadinam means for all rivers, she is the provider or by herself has got lot of Varchaha. Varchas means brilliance. What is brilliance? Brilliance is a purity. Asuhu means pranagalu or balam, strength, health. So Asurya, Asuhu is that, the word Asupatri. Asupatri andre Asu andre pranagalu, Pa andre palana, Tri andre location. So the location where your hurt pranas or pains of your body are being repaired and you are brought back home with relief. So whenever you have got some pranatrana, then you go to the hospital. So that's why it's Asupatri, Asupatri. Aspatri andre artha alliro doctors ella, nurses ella, they try to repair you, make you all right, free from pain and all that, and you will again back home. Again, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಸುಹು ಯಾ, ಅಸುಹು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಣಗಳು. ಸೊ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯ ಬಲಂ. ಸೊ ಅಸುರ್ಯ, ನಾಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ನದಿಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ, she is the asu and varchas. And she has to be suruktivihi. She is known for noble behavior. See, Saraswati, it is said that a bookshop will not have doors. So those people who read books or who are knowledgeable, they will not steal the books from the bookshop. Those, so book ಓದಿರೋರು ಯಾರು ಬುಕ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಬುಕ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಓಪನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಅವರೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಏನೋ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಸೊ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫ್ರೀ ಲಾನ್ಸ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಸುವೃತ್ತಿಭಿ ವಿತ್ ಎ ಗುಡ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ತೋಮೈಹಿ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ರೋದಸಿ. ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಡಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಮೀನ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಋಷಿ. ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬ್ರೈಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಸಿ ಜ್ಯೋತಿಷಾಂ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ. ಸಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, that Rohini is said to be the best shining star. That's a Vasishtha. That's why among the Rama Purohita, Rama's Raja Purohita is Vasishtha. That means he has got the best Purohita or best advisor. What has to happen, he will plan. And again, so Subhre, again in the second mantra, she is addressed as Subhra. So she is again a pure. Why how she is Shubhra? Because of her Mahina. Mahina andre power. ಸಾಮಾನ್ಯವಾಗಿ ದುಡ್ಡು ಪವರು ಇದ್ದವರು ಕೆಟ್ಟತನ ಹಾಳು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನ. Those people who have money, power and body strength, they will harm people. But this lady is pure, clean. She will only use her energies to benefit others. That's why Subhre Mahina and Andhasi Adhikshayanti Purava. Andhasi andre food arogya. So now tino padarthagalli yen ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ, she will give you pure food, pure health, pure behavior, pure strength. And therefore that kind of Saraswati who has no speck in her character, ಅವಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವಿತ್ರಿ ಬೋಧಿ. ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು, she is a protector. Avitri means Savitri is impeller, Gayatri is protector, and Avitri is the protector of your intelligence. So Ava, Ga, and then Savitri is Surya Shakti. The Surya Shakti is called as Savitri Mantra. Gayatri is the person who makes practice of that Savitri Mantra, protects. So Namatu Paradaivatam na Gayatriya Param Mantram ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಭಿನ್ನವಾಗಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಮಂತ್ರ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದು 8 ವರ್ಷಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಮಂತ್ರ. You have to use it even you are 80 and more. Nobody can drop Gayatri, but people may drop other Veda mantras. but not Gayatri mantra. So Gayatri Anusthana is a constant life-saving practice for all people. So that's why Bodhi, she's a awakener. Bodhatvam means awakener. Namge awakening beku. Ali, for example, benki idre, you should be aware that benki is on. You cannot play with it. If your stove is on, adu gnapaka itkobeku. Now stove na on ide anta. You bitbitre halella stove mele agbidutte. So halu stove gnapaka idbeku. That's exactly what you call as Bodhi. To be aware of that. And she is a Marutsaka. She is a friend of Wind God, Vayudevana. And therefore, so these are all the important supporting strength in her, so that she will be able to grant a lot of riches. Maghonam Radho Choda. Radha andre Lakshmi. Radha andre Sampat. Radha andre Arogya. So Radha Krishna artha andre Radha sametanagiರೋ Krishna idre Lakshmi sameta Krishna. When Lakshmi sameta Krishna andre no problem. See, there is a support of Shakti with him. And in fact, Banasura Saibeku andre, that Satyabhama also goes with Krishna, and it was Satyabhama who protected Krishna and worked with that enemy even when Krishna fainted. You know that, that's why Narakasura Samhara Madavaga, Satyabhama, Veera Satyabhama she was. That's why, because Radha Choda, Yarige Maghonam. Maghonam andre, those people who are rich enough to make them more richer, those who are not, who are to become big rich, they become. And again, Bhadramit Bhadra Krunavati. See, this is a very interesting factor you should note. Saraswati is protected by herself, self-defense. Because she has got self-defense, she can defend others. So, illi Bhadra Mit andre personal strength and protective shield. You armor hakondidre, kaige gloves hakondidre, power don't help you, don't hurt you, kalva. So that's why Bhadra Mitu, then she remains a Bhadra. And Krunavati, Bhadra Krunavati. And Swajinivati, again and again, she's a Chetati and Vajinivati. She is the impeller and she is the provider of gifts and all that. But Jamadagni Maharshi is always fond of Devi. And this Jamadagni, Atreya, Vasishtha, Vishwamitra, Intha Maharshikalu Yavaglu, Devi Deva Aradhakaru. In Durga Sooktam, you have got a wonderful meaning. What is that? Gnapaka idenappa Hasan, Durgadalli ಯಾವ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಹೆಸರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಸೂಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ? 4ನೇ ಮಂತ್ರ. ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಬಂತ. ಜಾತವೇದ ಸೇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮಂಜು. ಸೊ ಮಂಜು ಇಸ್ ಆನ್ ಮ್ಯೂಟ್. ಸೊ 4ನೇ ಮಂತ್ರ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಸೂಕ್ತದಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ದುರ್ಗಾ ದೇವಿಯನ್ನ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲೇ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅತ್ರಿವನ್ ಮನಸ ಗೃಣಾನೋ. ನೀವು ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೂರ್ಯನಾರಾಯಣ ಅತ್ರಿವನ್ ಮನಸ ಗೃಣಾನ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅತ್ರಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ, ಅತ್ರಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಯಾರು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಡಿಸೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ದತ್ತಾತ್ರೇಯ is a descendant. Chandra is his descendant. So like that, ಇಂಥ ಮಹಾಮಹಾವರೆಲ್ಲ ಅತ್ರಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿಯ ಡಿಸೆಂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಶ್ರೀ ವಿದ್ಯೋಪಾಸಕರು, ಮಹಾತ್ಮರು. ಸೊ ನಮಗೂ ಒಂದು ಉಪದೇಶ ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ನಾವು ವೇದ ಮಂತ್ರ ಓದ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ we should learn how easy we could be. ಅತ್ರಿವನ್ ಮನಸ ಗೃಹಾನೋ ಸ್ಮಾಕಂ ಬೋಧಿ ಅವಿತಾ ಜನಾನಾಂ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿದ್ರ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಆರ್ ದುರ್ಗಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ ಆರ್ ದೇವಿ ಆರ್ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸ್ವರೂಪಿಣಿ is always in the manas. What is in the mind appears in the speech. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋದು ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಮಾತಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರೋದು ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿರುತ್ತೆ. That is what our Veda tells you. So yad vach, that's why Vang me manasi pratisthita mano me vachi pratishthitam. So ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಾಯಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ she will be always chodayati. That's why you say prachodayatu. ಈ ಪ್ರಚೋದಯಾತ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಶಬ್ದ ವರ್ಬ್ ಋಗ್ವೇದದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ವರ್ಬ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನ ಗಾಯತ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಒಂದೇ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. You remember why Gayatri mantra is important means it is only the direction required or requested from Surya Bhagavan, not any. So direction guidance ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು. ಗುರುಗಳು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಗೈಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ತೋರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. They will not constantly present with you. Similarly, Surya Bhagavan, Surya Shakti will be constantly guiding your intelligence. Varenyam bhargaha dhiyo yo na prachodayat. ಈ ವರೇಣ್ಯಂ ಭರ್ಗಃ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the choicest, highest effulgence of Surya Bhagavan, Lord Savitar, the impeller, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಇದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಧಿಯೋ ಯೋ ನಃ ಪ್ರಚೋದಯಾತ್, ನಹ ಧಿಯ ಪ್ರಚೋದಯಾತ್. ನಮ್ಮ ಬುದ್ಧಿಯನ್ನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಾವು ನಿದ್ದೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಕನಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Therefore, they say dream is the language of the mind. Psychology people tell, so even though your limbs all go to sleep, but your mind won't go to sleep. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲೋ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ಮಲಗಿರೋದು ಮಳ್ಳೆ ಹಾಸಿಗೆ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಕಠಿಣವಾದ ಪ್ರದೇಶ ನಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಹುಲ್ಲು ಮುಳ್ಳು ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಕಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತಾ ಇರ್ತೀರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲಿ ಯು ಆರ್ ಆನ್ ಎ ಕಂಫರ್ಟಬಲ್ ಕೋಸಿ ಬೆಡ್. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿ ಮಾಯಾ. ಎನಿವೆ, ಸೊ ಚೇತತಿ ವಾಜಿನೀವತಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಅಗೈನ್ ಜಮದಗ್ನಿವತ್ತು ಗೃಣಾನ. ನೋಡಿದ್ರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ದೇವಿಗೆ ಯಾರು ಜಮದಗ್ನಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ, ಯಾರು ಜಮದಗ್ನಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ? ರೇಣುಕಾದೇವಿ's husband and Parashurama's ತಂದೆ. And Renuka is a Grama Devata. And Jamadagni is a Maha powerful Vedic seer. ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಅಗ್ನಿನೇ. And Jamadagni also is a great magician and powerful Vedic ಋಷಿ. ಈ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಚರಿತ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಯಾರು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಓದ್ಬಿಡಿ. And if I asked you, I remember in Kakinada, there was one English lecture by Bulsu Venkatramana or somebody, or Venkateswar Rao. He has written Maharshula Charitra anta 2 Telugu alli 2 volumes ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅವರಿಲ್ಲ. When I visited long years back, he presented those 2 volumes in Telugu to me. It is still there in our house. If you are still remembering, when I come to India, I will show you those 2 volumes. ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬ್ರೀಫ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಋಷಿಗಳ ಜೀವನ ಚರಿತ್ರ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Of course, we get elsewhere, but that is a very concise book which he has done wonderful job. ಹಾಗೆ ಅವರು ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಇವಾಗ. When I visited his house, he presented those 2 books. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಜಮದಗ್ನಿವತು, and also not only Jamadagni, Vasishta also. Vat andre like ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ. ಜಮದಗ್ನಿ ವತು, ಆಮೇಲೆ ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ವತು, ಗೃಣಾನ ಸ್ತುವಾನ. ಗೃಣಾನ ಅನ್ನುವಾಗ ಗುಣಗಳನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡು ಹೇಳೋದು. ಸ್ತುವಾನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಹಾಡು ರೀತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಡೋದು, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಚ್ಚಾರಣ ಮಾಡೋದು. So when you recite loudly, it has got its own impact upon us. So Vasishthavatu Grunana. ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ? So this is how we understand that Rishis are our role models. Who is our role model? Andre not the cinema stars, not the rebel heroes, but who our Rishis. In fact, my grandson, once when he was asked in a small boy in the Bala Bhavan, Bala Kokilam, who is our role model? The teacher asked. Everybody mentioned somebody. But this boy gets up and says, Vishwamitra is my role model. Why? Because Not only he became great, he made Rama also great, able to kill Ravana. ಅಸ್ತ್ರ ಶಸ್ತ್ರಗಳನ್ನು ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗು ಚಿಕ್ಕವನಿದ್ದಾಗಲೂ ರಾಮ ಲಕ್ಷ್ಮಣ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. The same training Rama extended to Sugriva and other Vanaras. They made him eligible to fight with the Rakshasas and Ravana's army. Nodidira? So this is something like a chain work. So Vishwamitra trained Rama and Lakshmana, and Rama and Lakshmana trained Hanuman and Sugriva and all people, so that they all became very courageous to defeat Ravana and bring Sita and make Dharma Uddharana. Is it not? So that is sequence of message that you should remember from Ramayana. Hage ili Vasishthavatu Stuvana. Now Suryanarayana garu cheppandi dinni. Next one. Jani yanton vagrava putri yantas sudanavaha. Idara avaru.
Jani yantan vograva putri yantas sudanavaha. Jani yantan vograva putri yantas sudanavaha.
Saraswantam havamahe.
Saraswantam havamahe. Saraswantam havamahe.
Yete sarasva urmayo.
Yete sarasva urmayo. Yete sarasva urmayo.
Madhumanto ghrutascyutaha.
Madhumanto ghrutascyutaha. Madhumanto ghrutascyutaha.
Tebhirno avita bhava.
Tebirno avita bhava. Tebirno avita bhava.
Pipivam samsarasvataha stanam.
Pipivam sam sarasvatastanam. Pipivam sam sarasvatastanam.
Yo vishvadarshataha.
Yo vishvadarshataha.
Bhakshimahi prajamisham.
Bhakshimahi prajamisham.
ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸರಸ್ವತಿಯನ್ನ ವಿವಿಧವಾಗಿ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆ ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ವೇಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಆಸ್ಕಿಂಗ್ Saraswati to give us an impression, to make an impression that Saraswati is not singularized, polarized or specialized goddess for only one thing. She is a universal goddess. So here the Prajam Isham Bhakshimahi. Andre Jannagi social order must be enjoyable. At the same time, Isham means food, prosperity. Arogyake ಮೂಲ ಕಾರಣವಾಗಿರುವ ಸುಖವಾದ ಆಹಾರ ಸೇವನವನ್ನು ತಾಯಿ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಅಂಡ್ ಅದು ಕೂಡ ಆಹಾರ ಸೇವನ ಅನ್ಅಲ್ಟರೇಟೆಡ್ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ತನಂ ಪಿಪೀವಾಂಸಂ ಸರಸ್ವತಃ. ದಿ ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಮಿಲ್ಕ್ ಈಸ್ ಎವರ್ ಪ್ಯೂರ್. And it is said that Matuhu Stanyam, Kupasya Udakam, and Agni never require any second purification at all. They are just very pure by birth or by availability. So Matu Stanyam, that is the mother's milk, and Kupodakam, because there is spring inside the wells. So Kupas are not there found. So Kupodakam, because every whole evening you take out water, the next morning in the well, again the whole level of the water will be full because of the spring inside down. Other than that, Kupodakam, and the next one is the Agni. Agnihi nanyataha suddhimarhati. Agni need not have again purification. They are all classical by nature, by birth, pure. Other than that, Amma, yen kodbeku andre stanam saraswataha pipivamsam. In fact, in Saundarya Lahari, Shankaracharya says that he is the Sishu of, he is the Dravida Sishu who has settled the milk of Devi Tripuramba. So that's why he is simply great. Nobody can come nearer to this intelligence of Shankaracharya, top intelligence that India has produced. That's why we say that India is very much great, Bharat, and therefore, Bhachi Mahi Prajamisham. And in earlier, you note that Saraswa Urmayo Madhumanto Krutaschita. Ammavari Niru, Urmilu, and there will be waves or ripples, so sweet, and they are always giving rise for happy products and harvest, and is sweet. You know, all the agricultural operations and the products that we get is very much useful for our health management and life management. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕಾರಣ ಯಾವುದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀರು. ಆ ನೀರು ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. And then so ಜನಿಯಂತೋನ್ವಗ್ರವಃ ಪುತ್ರೀಯಂತಃ ಸುದಾನವಃ ಸರಸ್ವಂತಂ ಹವಾಮಹೇ. See, Avamahe, we are going to offer worship to that Saraswati, who is Ugravaha, Anvagravaha, Putreyanta, Sudanavaha, Janiyanta, Saraswantam. She is giving rise for contributory members of the society. ನಮ್ಮ ಸೊಸೈಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅವರೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಮೂಲ ಕಾರಣ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅನುಗ್ರಹ. That's why in Rudram, you make a specific prayers. Manastoke mana mana ayushe mano goshu mano asveshu ri rishaha. So ma ri rishaha. O Rudra Deva, O Saraswati, O Surya Bhagavan, you don't give any harm to all my people who are really beneficial, contributory for themselves and to the society. And therefore, here also, Grutaschutaha, Tebihi Naha Avitabhava. See, Goddess Saraswati cannot always come and directly offer help you. She will make the mind of the great people to work hard and benefit the society. Something like all freedom fighters. ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ sacrifice ಮಾಡಿದಾರೋ freedom fighting. In America, I think they are releasing a stamp on Rani, Jhansi Rani, who fought for the freedom, a Nick lady, and her stamp is going to be released, I think, in America. So now they're all realizing the importance of the Indian heroes who fought for Indian independence, who wanted to secure the independence to the country, and therefore today we celebrate 75th Independence Day celebrations all over the globe, wherever Indians or otherwise also are there. They declare, I mean, they celebrate the Hinduism, they hoist the Hindu flag, Indian flag, they salute the Indian flag, they recite the, probably I sent one sampling where in America, in Missouri, in the temple area, they have
we saw that.
flag hoisting there. My son only sang that Janaganamana and Vande Mataram along with another student there. So all children have joined that chorus. So this is only to impress that wherever we are, we take our culture, we inspire others also to get on to our culture. That's exactly what Goddess Saraswati does in this sloka. Nodira, Tebihi Naha Avitabhava andre, Amma Tayi, ನೀನು ಒಬ್ಬಳೇ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ. You have to take the help of eligible people and shareable people, or those who have got a sharing mind. ಅಂತ ಅವರ ಸಹಕಾರ ತಗೊಂಡು, ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಯಜ್ಞ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಸಂಭೂಯ ಸಮುತ್ಥಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. No, every yajna is a cooperative enterprise. There is the cooperation, coordination and support of manpower, money power and divine power, etc. ಅದರಿಂದ ಈ ನಹ ಅವಿತಾಭವ ತೇಭಿಹಿ ಅನ್ನೋ ಹೇಳುವಾಗ ಅಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರಿದಾರೋ ಅಂಥವರೆಲ್ಲ ಸಹಾಯ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮ ರಕ್ಷಣೆ ಮಾಡಿ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನೋ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಗಾಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು ಡೂ ಆಲ್ desires fulfillment. He has to also take, what is true to our human beings, basically that is true to true to gods also. If you make prayer to Indra cannot take hold of all these things. For example, in Mahanarana Upanishad you say, Yata Indra Bhayamahe Tato no Abhayam Krudi ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಭಯ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಅಪ್ರೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, Indra cannot attend to all people, all roots. He has so many parivara, so much of parivara, he will just pass orders. So they nip off the problem and people become happy. So that is the sense that we have to understand from this particular thing. And now, Srinidhi, head up. Ambitame naditame. Unmute, mute agide.
Okay, sir. Sir, ಹೇಳಿ sir.
ಅಂಬಿತಮೇದು 26ನೇ ಹೇಳು. ಅಂಬಿತಮೇ ನದಿ.
ಅಂಬಿತಮೇ ನದಿ.
ನದಿ ತಮೇ ದೇವಿ ತಮೇ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ.
ನದಿ ತಮೇ ಸರ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸ್ಲೋ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕು ಸರ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್.
ನದಿ ತಮೇ ದೇವಿ ತಮೇ.
ನದಿ ತಮೇ ದೇವಿ ತಮೇ.
ಸರಸ್ವತಿ.
ಸರಸ್ವತಿ.
ಅಪ್ರಶಸ್ತ ಇವ ಸ್ಮಸಿ.
ಅಪ್ರಶಸ್ತ ಇವ ಸ್ಮತಿ.
ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಮಂಬರಸ್ಕೃಧಿ.
ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಮಂಬರ ಸ್ಮೃತಿ.
ತ್ವೇ ವಿಶ್ವಾ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ.
ಯೇ ವಿಶ್ವಾ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ.
ಶ್ರಿತಾಯೂಂಷಿ ದೇವ್ಯಾಂ.
ಶ್ರಿತಾಯೂಮಂ ದೇವ್ಯಾ.
ಸುನಹೋತ್ರೇಷು.
ಸುನಹೋತ್ತರೇಷು.
ಮತ್ಸ್ವಪ್ರಜಾಂ ದೇವಿ ದಿಢಿನಃ.
ಮತ್ಸ್ವಭಾಂ ಹೇ ಪ್ರಜಾ.
ಪ್ರಜಾಂ ದೇವಿ ದಿದಿಢಿನಃ.
ಪ್ರಜಾಂ ದೇವಿ ಹಿ ಧನ.
ದಿದಿಢಿ.
ದಿದಿಥಿ.
ದಿದಿಢಿನಃ.
ದಿದಿಠಿನಃ.
ಇಮಾ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಜುಷಸ್ವ.
ಇಮಾ ಬ್ರಹ್ಮ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಜುಷಸ್ವ.
ವಾಜಿನೀವತಿ.
ವಾಜಿನೀವತಿ.
ಯಾತೆ ಮನ್ಮರುತ್ಸಮದಾ ಋತಾವರಿ.
ಯಾತೆ ಮನ್ಮದುತ್ಸರ.
ಋತ್ಸಮದ.
ಋತ್ಸಮದ.
ಋತಾವರಿ.
ಋತಾವರಿ.
ಪ್ರಿಯಾ ದೇವೇಶೋ ಜುಹ್ವತಿ.
ಪ್ರಿಯಾ ದೇವಿ ಹೋ ಜುಷ್ವತಿ.
ದೇವಿ ದೇವೇಶೋ ಜುಹ್ವತಿ.
ದೇವೇಶು ಜುಹ್ವತಿ.
ಸೊ ಈ ಮೂರು ಮಂತ್ರಗಳಲ್ಲಿ you understand there's one more Rishi added. Who is that Rishi? Grutsamada Rishi. Grutsamada is Tritiya Bhakti. So Grutsamada is a Rishi of the second mandala of the Rig Veda. And we have in Rig Veda division like Rishi mandalas and others. So second mandala to seventh mandala, they are known to be Rishi mandalas, older ones. While first mandala, 8th and 9th and 10th mandalas are different. Many more rishis are there responsible for the mantras got revealed then. So Grutsamada, now ivaga gottaಯ್ತು ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಸರಸ್ವತಿಯನ್ನ ಗೃತ್ಸಮದ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ, ವಸಿಷ್ಠ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ, ಜಮದಗ್ನಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ, ಅತ್ರಿ ಮಹರ್ಷಿ ಇವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ ಉಪಾಸಕಾಸ್. ಅದರಿಂದಲೇ ಅವರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಜ್ಞಾನ ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಏಬಲ್ ಟು pass on such gnanam which will subsist intelligence and needs of people of generations together. ಈಗ ಋಗ್ವೇದ ಡೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಓ ಇಷ್ಟು ವರ್ಷ ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ. nobody can say this is the date of Rigveda. If at all people propose date for our scriptures, it is only a proposition but not confirmation. ಅದು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಈ ಅಮ್ಮವಾರು ಯಾರಂದ್ರೆ ಅಂಬಿತಮೆ. ಫೈನಲಿ ಟು ಕನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್, ದಿಸ್ ಗಾಡೆಸ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ದ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಮದರ್. ಸೊ ಲಲಿತಾ ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಶ್ರೀ ಮಾತಾ, ಶ್ರೀ ಮಹಾರಾಜ್, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಂದರೆ ತಾಯಿಂದರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಲಲಿತಾ ಪರಮೇಶ್ವರಿ ಮಾತ್ರ ಶ್ರೀಮಾತ. ಶಿ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ದಟ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಚೇರ್ಮನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಫಾರ್ ಆಲ್ ಮದರ್ಹುಡ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಮದರ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸ್, ಜನರೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್. ಸೊ ಶಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಎ ಮದರ್. ಹಾಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಸೂಪರ್ಲೇಟಿವ್ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ. ಅದು ಅಮ್ಮಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮ್ಮಲಗನ್ನ ಯಮ್ಮ. ಇನ್ ಪೋತನ ಸೇಸ್ ಇನ್ ತೆಲುಗು ಭಾಗವತಂ, ಅಮ್ಮಲಗನ್ನ ಯಮ್ಮ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಪದ್ಯ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅಮ್ಮಲಗೆಲ್ಲ ಅಮ್ಮ ತಾಯಿ. ಸೊ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಅಂಬಿತಮೇ ಅಂಡ್ ನದಿಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದ ನದಿ ದೇವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಾಡೆಸಸ್, ಸ್ತ್ರೀ ದೇವತೆಗಳಿಗೆಲ್ಲ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುವ ದೇವತೆ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ. ಅಂತ ಟಾಪ್ ಪ್ರಯಾರಿಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಟಾಪ್ ಗ್ರೇಟ್ನೆಸ್ ಇದೆ ಆ ದೇವಿಗೆ. ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್? ಅಮ್ಮ ಅಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಾ ಇವಸ್ಮಸಿ. ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಕೀರ್ತಿ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿ ಪುಣ್ಯಂ ಮೋರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಮೋರ್, ದಟ್ ಪುಣ್ಯಂ ವಿಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೇಕ್ ಅಸ್ ಎಲಿಜಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ಮೋಕ್ಷ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಎಷ್ಟು ಪುಣ್ಯ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅದು ಸಫಿಷಿಯಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ? ನಮ್ಮ ಎಷ್ಟು ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಊಟ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅಮ್ಮ ತುಂಬಾ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ, ಆ ಹೊಟ್ಟೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಅನ್ನೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಅಪ್ರಶಸ್ತ ಇವಸ್ಮಸಿ. ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ತಾಯಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ವಿತ್ ಆಲ್ ದಟ್ ಮಹತ್ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಆ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಈ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ, ಜ್ಞಾನಪೀಠ ಅವಾರ್ಡು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಫೇಮ್, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೇಮ್ ಬೇಕು, ಫೇಮ್ ಬೇಕು. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಮಂತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಆಯುಂಷಿ ದೇವ್ಯಾಂ. ಸೊ ಶಿ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ವೆರಿ ಮಚ್ supporter of the prosperity of the other gods also, and moreover she is one who is present in our sacrifices, listening to our mantras. ನಾವು ಏನೇನು ಮಂತ್ರಗಳು, ಏನೇನು ಆಹುತಿಗಳು, ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಯಜ್ಞಕ್ರಿಯೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, ಯಜ್ಞ ಸಂಭಾರಗಳ ದ್ವಾರ ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಸಾಕ್ಷಿಭೂತೆಯಾಗಿ ಸರಸ್ವತಿ ಕೂತಿದ್ದಾಳೆ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಹೋತ್ರೇಶು ಅಂಡ್ ಸ್ವಪ್ರಜಾಂ ದೇವಿ ದಿದಿಢೀನಃ. ನಮ್ಮ ಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು, ಮರಿಮಕ್ಕಳನ್ನು ಎಲ್ಲರನ್ನೂ ದೃಢವಾಗಿ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತರಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸುಂದ್ರ, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಟೆಲ್ ಹರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್. ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ದೇವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ ಬೇಕಪ್ಪ ಅಂತ ಸಿ ವಿಲ್ ಪುಟ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಶನ್. ಡೋಂಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ರೂಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹರ್ ಟು ಪುಟ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಶನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್. ಈಗ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಹೆಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾರಂದ್ರೆ, he is so talked with Arjuna that Arjuna will have limited questions. ಅವ್ರ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಯುದ್ಧ ರಂಗ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಟಲ್ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್. ಅಲ್ಲೇನು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಮಂದಿರ ಅಲ್ಲದು, ರಂಗಮಂದಿರ ಅಲ್ಲದು. ಸೊ ಇನ್ 4 minutes ದಿ ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್. ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕರಿಷ್ಯೇ ವಚನಂತವ ಅಂತ ಬಿಲ್ಲು ಬಾಣ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದವ ರೆಡಿ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಲ್ಲ. 4 minutes was only, entire Bhagavatam is imparted. So speed in grasping, speed in imparting knowledge, both are. So Krishna and Arjuna are the best guru and best shishya. So guru shishya sambandha ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅರ್ಜುನ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಜುನ ತರಹ ಇರ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದರಿಂದ ನೀವು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ಜ್ಞಾಪಕ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂತೀವಿ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅರ್ಜುನ ಸಂವಾದಿ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಶೂನ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಹೋತ್ರ. ಹೋತ್ರ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು, invocations. Rigveda is called, the priest of the Rigveda is called Hota. Andre he invites all gods to the venue of sacrifice. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಹಾಲ್ಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ದೇವತೆಗಳನ್ನು ಆಹ್ವಾನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. He will invite you. And again, and Vajinivati Jushasva, whatever it is given, Brahma Jushasva. Brahma andre prayer. Brahma andre all good is implied in the word Brahma. And ಇದಂದ್ರೆ ಮನ್ಮ ಗೃತ್ಸಮದ ಪ್ರಿಯ ದೇವೇಶು. ಸಿ ಗೃತ್ಸಮದ ಮನ್ಮ. ಮನ್ಮ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿರುವ ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳನ್ನು ಮನ್ಮ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆರ್ ಸೊ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಪವರ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೀಂಗ್ ಮ್ಯಾನಿಫೆಸ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಯುವರ್ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಸ್ಪೀಚ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಪವರ್ಫುಲ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಪಾನ್ ದಿ ಪವರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯುವರ್ ಮೈಂಡ್. ಸೊ ಮೈಂಡ್ ಪ್ಲೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿ, ಆನಂದವಾಗಿ ಜ್ಞಾನಯುಕ್ತವಾಗಿದ್ರೆ, then your speech also will be that. That's why Rama will never speak hurting manner to anybody in the world. You may be an enemy, but if at all he speaks in a peeled banana way, that he will be able to easily understand it. ಆ ತರಹ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ನನ್ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಬೇಡ ಈಗ. ಸೊ ಮೈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಋತಾವರಿ ಪ್ರಿಯಾ ದೇವೇಶು ಜುಹ್ವತಿ and she is a Grutsamada. So she is very nearer to Grutsamada priest, I mean Rishi. So anta Devi Saraswati namanella kaapadbeku anta pade now. So I don't know whether I must have given some more ideas through this kind of revision, but I thought I can cover, but it is not simply a sloka book which I can run through. But mantra andre takes time, because the content value is very deep and very heavy. So that's why something like Ganapati is a heavyweight among all gods. Ella lightweight gods. But Ganapati ಬಂದು ಕೂತ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೇಳೋದು ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದರಿಂದ ಗಣಪತಿ ಕೊನೆಯದನ್ನು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, he will be sitting listening to us. ಆನಸ್ರುಣ್ವನ್ ಊತಿಭಿಸ್ಸೀದ ಸಾಧನಂ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಅಯ್ಯ ಕೊನೆಯ ತನಕ ನೀನು ಕೇಳ್ಬಿಡು, ಬೇರೆ ದೇವತೆಗಳ ತರಹ you can't come and go, you can't come and go. You are a very heavyweight boy. You know when the competition was arranged between Subramanya and Ganapati, Subramanya Swami took his vehicle and went all around the world. Poor fellow. But by the time he was returning, Ganapati, sitting at the feet of his mother, simply got up with difficulty, made one round and again sat down. He was declared victor first. Therefore, Agriya Pujaha, Agra. So Ganapati got the prize, because Amma, mother, is supposed to be earth. See, that's why Mataha Prithvi Jauhu Pita and the Yajurveda Atharvaveda helkodutte. See, Prithvi is the mother, and mother is the Prithvi, and Akasha is our father. So that they form, that Rodasi, they form our primordial parents, and then Shiva and Parvati and so on. Like that, Deveshu Jukhvati Rutavari Devi Saraswati Manma. Manma is the mantra. So I think I stop here. I can go on, but it's night for you. It's day for me. So I stop today. We can. I hope to conclude in one next session. So, because I want you to, those people who are absent, who are present now, they should get the practice of Saraswati, because her grace and protection and support and guidance is a most wanted thing to all people. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿಲ್ವಾ, ಬುಕ್ ಶಾಪ್ ಡೋರ್ ಓಪನ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಓದ್ಕೊಂಡಿರೋರು ಯಾರು ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಓದ್ದೇ ಹೋಗಿ ಕಳ್ತನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ಟೆಸ್ಟ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಪುಸ್ತಕ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಅದೇ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಜೋಕ್ ಇದೆ. ಆಪಲ್ ಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ರೋಡಲ್ಲೇ, ಆಪಲ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಹೂ ವಿಲ್ ಪಿಕಪ್ ದಿ ಆಪಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ವಿಲ್ ಪಿಕಪ್, ಅದರ್ಸ್ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಇಂಟೆಂಟ್. ಮಾತ್ರ ಅಯ್ಯೋ ಆಪಲ್ ಬಿದ್ದೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಪಿಕಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗೆ some temperaments generally lose one will be there, but through education, culture and knowledge, we have to develop our character and conduct. That's exactly what is called as surukti, better behavior, satisfactory behavior. So our satisfactory behavior anna yaar kartare andre God Saraswati. Ade graduate school biduvaga matra character and conduct certificate principal kodtare satisfactory anta, in yaru kodalla. No factory owner should give satisfactory anta. So character and character certificate we get only from our institutions, not elsewhere. And university will give migration certificate. That's all. Direct elli baralla namidu. Ataraha, now we are all talking about the goddess Saraswati, powerful goddess. Let's continue to learn more about the goddess. So Srinidhi Amma chenagidaralva, so you just make her sometime appear. So tell her, Om Swasti.